I was pouring my first coffee, the kind of quiet Tuesday morning in Cedarvale, Montana, where the only sound was my kettle humming, when it sputtered, died. And my lights flickered like a bad horror flick. Then I saw my neighbor's garage door stuck halfway, and I knew something was seriously wrong. By the time I stepped outside, the whole block was buzzing with confusion, cars trapped, Wi-Fi dead, and there, at the neighborhood gate, was a control panel coated in red spray paint, dripping like a crime scene, with private only scrawled across it in a childish hand. I didn't need to check my cameras to know it was Patricia Heller, the HOA president who'd hated my smart gate system from day one. But I had the footage anyway, and she was about to learn her vandalism didn't just break my panel, it broke the entire block's lifeline. My name's Ethan Caldwell, 42. A former network engineer who traded military-based servers for a quiet life in this tidy subdivision, where I work from home, tinker with tech, and try to keep my head down. I moved to Cedarvale a year ago, after a divorce left me needing a fresh start, and this house, with its small yard, my dog Scout, and a garage full of gadgets, became my anchor. I'm not one for neighborhood drama, but when the old gate kept locking out delivery drivers and even an ambulance, I stepped up, designing a solar-powered smart system with encrypted keypads, license plate scanners, and emergency overrides. It was sleek, secure, and saved the day. Everyone loved it, except Patricia, who saw it as a threat to her iron grip on the HOA. Her spray paint stunt wasn't just petty. It was a declaration of war, and I was ready to fight back with code, cameras, and a truth she couldn't erase. It started 6 months back, when the gate, a rusty relic that groaned like a dying beast, failed one too many times. After it trapped a paramedic crew for 15 minutes, the HOA begged for help. I volunteered, spending weeks building a system that was bulletproof, or so I thought. The board signed off, residents cheered, but Patricia, with her neon visor and her clipboard like a royal scepter, was livid. She hadn't picked the panel's color, didn't control its cloud server, and hated that I'd made something she couldn't micromanage. She sent emails complaining about glare, ruining the neighborhood vibe, griped about data risks she didn't understand, and cited fake rules about unapproved tech. I brushed it off. I'd faced worse than a suburban dictator in my old job, but I didn't see her sabotage coming. That morning, as my kettle went dark, I stepped onto my porch, Scout at my heels, and saw chaos unfolding. Garage doors twitched, porch lights blinked, and my neighbor, Maria, was yelling about her smart oven trying to bake nothing at 400 degrees. I jogged to the gate, heart sinking as I saw the panel, paint clogging its vents, the security lens smeared red. A crude frown stared back, mocking me. I checked my hidden camera, a discreet unit in a fake mailbox across the street, my insurance against trouble. The footage was crystal. 3:02 a.m., Patricia, in a hoodie like a wannabe vandal, meticulously spraying the panel, even using a step stool for the high bits. She muttered, "No more spy gadgets," and smirked, thinking she'd won. My blood boiled, not just at the damage, but at her nerve. She'd fried the block's entire smart grid, and she didn't care. Back home, I pulled system logs, my fingers flying over my laptop. The panel shorted at 3:05 a.m., paint seeping into the circuits, triggering a voltage surge every 87 minutes. It wasn't just the gate, it was every connected device, garages, key fobs, even Maria's oven. The transformer hummed like an angry wasp, a warning it could blow. I rigged a temporary manual override with a spare Arduino and an old walkie-talkie case, but it meant checking IDs by hand, turning me into the block's reluctant doorman. By 8 a.m., residents were mobbed at the gate, furious. A mom couldn't get to work, an old couple missed a doctor's visit, a FedEx guy was stranded. Then Patricia sauntered up, smoothie in hand, feigning shock. "Oh, the gate's down again," she cooed, her voice syrupy. I locked eyes with her. "Don't play dumb, Patricia. I've got you on camera." Her smirk faltered. "That's nonsense," she snapped. "Your illegal system's the problem." Maria, clutching her toddler, cut in. "My kids are late for daycare because of this." Patricia shrugged. But the crowd was turning, phones out, murmurs growing. I didn't yell, I planned. I called my old colleague, Rachel Kim, a cybersecurity whiz who debugged Pentagon systems with me. "Ethan." She texted back, "This is wild. I'm there by noon." While waiting, I canvassed the block, checking relays, noting flickering lights and glitchy doors. The surges were rhythmic. A digital heartbeat gone rogue, all tied to Patricia's paint job frying the panel's reset relay. Rachel arrived, her backpack stuffed with gear, grinning like we were kids hacking a game console. Caught her with a mailbox cam, she laughed. Classy. We cracked open the panel, paint baked into the board like a bad tattoo. She cooked it, Rachel said. This short's been looping chaos. As we worked, Patricia strolled by with her yappy dog, Tinker, in a glittery vest. Still playing with your toy gate? She called, voice dripping venom. Rachel stood, unimpressed. You mean the one you turned into modern art? Patricia bristled. That system's a privacy nightmare. I'm protecting us. I held up my phone, showing her footage. Protecting us by trapping us? Real neighborly. She huffed, dragging Tinker away, muttering about city complaints. By dusk, we'd patched the surges, rerouted the circuits, and flashed new firmware. The gate hummed green. Stable, but Rachel spotted a new alert, an unauthorized access attempt at 2:47 a.m. I pulled the mailbox cam footage, expecting Patricia again, but froze. It was her daughter, Jenna, 24. A wannabe influencer with a history of sketchy side hustles. She'd crept up, screwdriver in hand, prying at the panel's casing. The system caught her, flashing, tampering detected, access denied. And she bolted. Rachel snorted. Is vandalism a family sport? I shook my head, saving the clip. They're not done. The HOA meeting was the breaking point. Patricia had called it, framing it as a tech safety review, but it was her stage to spin lies. The clubhouse was packed, folding chairs creaking, muffins untouched. Patricia, in a lime green blazer, launched a PowerPoint. A blurry photo of my camera labeled spy device. This man's tracking us, she declared, pointing at me. His gate's a data theft machine. I stood, calm, and plugged my tablet into the projector. Let's talk facts, I said, playing the footage. Patricia's spray paint dance, Jenna's screwdriver stunt. Gasps rippled. I showed logs, surges, outages, the transformer's near meltdown. Patricia didn't just vandalize a gate, I said. She broke our grid, locked us in, and put us at risk. Rachel stood, badge gleaming. I'm Rachel Kim, Department of Infrastructure Security. This gate's part of a state grid pilot. Patricia's sabotage isn't just vandalism, it's a federal issue. The room went silent. Patricia stammered, that's a lie. Jenna was fixing it. Maria stood, furious. My oven tried to burn my house down because of you. Tom, a retiree, added, I missed my heart scan. The crowd erupted, years of Patricia's petty fines, mulch colors. Mailbox heights, pouring out. Julia, the interim president, banged a gavel. Patricia, you're suspended pending review. Patricia grabbed Jenna, storming out, her blazer flapping like a defeated flag. The board voted to overhaul leadership, and Julia offered me a tech advisor role. I'll consult, I said, but I'm no politician. That night, Rachel and I upgraded the gate, biometrics, audit logs, and a voice alert. Vandalism is a felony. A red-slashed pink icon popped up if anyone lingered too long. Neighbors laughed, calling it Patricia-proof. 3 weeks later, Patricia's house went dark, curtains drawn, weeds creeping. Her open house flopped, her flyers HOA leadership potential mocked. Kids taped spray paint queen signs to her mailbox. One dawn, a moving van came. Patricia loaded it alone, Tinker yipping, and drove off without a glance. The gate beeped as she passed. A final farewell. We celebrated at my place. Barbecue, projector looping the footage, Maria's key-shaped cookies. Tom gave me a plaque, Grid Guardian. Scout lounge by my feet. The gate's green pulse steady, Cedar Vale alive with chatter, not complaints. I thought it was over, but last night, my camera pinged, 1:19 a.m., a shadow at the gate, testing the panel. Not Patricia, not Jenna, but someone new, hearing in hand, too quick to ID. I saved the clip, my gut telling me the game's not done. Patricia's gone, but her playbook's out there, waiting for the next clipboard warrior. I'm ready, though. My system's locked, my neighbors have my back, and Scout's a better guard than any gate. So where are you watching from? Ever had a Patricia paint over your life, thinking they own the block? Drop your story below. Let's talk about fighting back, keeping the grid strong, and whether a little tech can outsmart a big ego. Because I'm still here, and I know you are too.